call it stormy Monday, but Tuesdays are so bad. Well, they call it stormy Monday, Tuesdays are so bad. Learners, Tyler from 10 Thumbs, and today we're going to look at how to use chord shapes to fill up empty space to make your ukulele playing sound super professional. New ukulele tutorials every single Wednesday and Saturday. If you like it, hit subscribe. If you love it, think about becoming a Patreon. Printable tabs with every single lesson. Additional information in the description on how to sign up. My email's there too if you want some one-on-one lessons. Let's do it. Ukulele, brain, attention span. You got all three. Follow me on in and let's break it down. Come on in. So today we're going to talk about empty space and how to fill it up. We're going to do this in the context of a blues song, but you can definitely apply this to any chord progression in any songs, and we'll talk about how to use it in more standard chord progressions. So we're going to be looking at this through the lens of a blues in A, but again, you're going to be able to do this in any song in any chord progression with a couple adjustments. Let's look at the first four measures. It's going to be 4 strum patterns over A7. So let's say if you were to sing, it would be something like this. They call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. And bad would happen on the down strum of the first strum pattern, or the third. You would strum 4 strum patterns over A7. Down, down, up, down, up will be our example. 4 times would be 1. Down, down, up, down, up, 3, down, up, down, up, 4, down, up, down, up. And that first down on the third strum pattern is where the singing stops. They call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. And then it goes to D. So you have 2 strum patterns with no singing and nothing going on, just down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. There's so much we can do over that space. Now, a lot of that, traditionally, you probably think, okay, blues in A, that means A minor pentatonic. That means that break, 1, 2, 3. Is for the scale. And you would be correct there, but there's things that we can do that follow the chords a little closer. So that way we're not always relying on the scale, because the scale can tend to sound a little like a solo every time. And we want this to still feel like rhythm. So one thing we can do is just use another chord shape of A7. Couple examples. We have one right here. Take our G chord and move it up 2 frets. 4, 5, 4. Now, why is this an A7 instead of an A? The open G chord is what turns an A, or I'm sorry, string is what turns an A into an A7. So we have an A chord plus a G note, A7. Now watch what happens when we strum the second 2 strum patterns over this chord instead. They call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Well, they call it stormy Monday. Instantly, it adds a little bit of movement to it, life, interest. So one thing you can do is use a different chord shape for that blank space. Now, to really master that concept, you need to learn how to move chords. And I'll go ahead and link a video for that topic in the description. So that way you know how to do it, because you have A7s all over the place. A7, A7. We have another A7 here. We have an A7 doot doot here. In fact, let's take a look at this one. Bar the 9th fret, middle finger on the 10th fret. And we're going to use that for a strum pattern. So we use this for one strum pattern and this for another. They call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Well, they call it Stormy Monday. So you can see just changing the chords, it's an effective strategy. Now, we can take that even further by fingerpicking those chords. They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Well, they call. And all of a sudden now, it's starting to feel like something pretty unique. So let's look at a fingerpicking pattern over this chord shape. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. On the 1, thumb on the G string, and these two fingers are going to pluck the E and the A together. 1. Thumb will drop down to the C string on the 2. 1, 2, and then on the and, your index is going to play the E. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 So check it out. They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Well, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Wednesday's worse, and Thursday's oh so sad. All right, so you can see that adds a lot of movement, dynamics, and interest to these blank measures that would just be you going down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Let's dive a little further into this concept, though. A7, the A note, the root note of our chord, is on the 5th fret of the E string. Okay. The C sharp, which is the major third, is on the 4th fret of the A string. So 5, 4, we have 2 notes of our chord. If we make this shape, we can clearly see that. Now this note is this note, and this note is this note. So the reason we can move these chords around is because we're just moving these notes around. Now that's significant because we can create ideas with these 2 notes. Slide from the G note, 3rd fret of the E string, up to 5th, and then hammer on 3 to 4 on the A string. 1 and 2. Then play the A again. 1 and 2. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. 3 and a 4. If you add that to down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, now we can also add that and mix it with our finger picking. If we do the finger picking pattern one time, and then what we're going to do is go to a D7. We'll do the Hawaiian D7 to keep it simple, and that is going to be the point of resolution of our practice. So 2 strum patterns over A7, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, finger pick, lick, D7. We're going to do one other little detail to this. The A7, we're going to start, instead of 4, 5, 4, on 3, 4, 3, and slide the entire chord, everything up a fret. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, to the finger picking. Put that together and you get this. Well, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Cool, right? So we've really added a lot of movement and dynamic action to an otherwise empty space. The reason these are called fills is because you're doing exactly that. You're filling empty space. Let's return to this little double stop and let's do another idea. We're going to start on 4 and 3 and we're going to slide up into them, but we're going to do triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So we're going to do 4 of those after the finger picking. Well, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Another very powerful idea coming from the same spot. First 8 measures we have this. Well, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. And they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Wednesday's worse, and Thursday's oh so sad. We need to do something with those last 4. E7, you have an E7 here, you have an E7 here, you have an E7 here. But we can also make an E7 like this. And what's going on there? E note here on the 7th fret of the A string. An E7 is made up of an E note, the root, G sharp, the 3rd interval, B, the 5th interval, and D, the flat 7. We have an E here, 2 frets below that we have a D. And then right above it on the A string, we have a B. So we can play an E7 by using these 3 notes. Any way we want. And because the D is just the same chord down a whole step, we move these ideas down 2 frets. D note, C is the flat 7, and A is the 5th. So that can be our D and our E. Now, technically, you're singing over these. Wednesday's worse, Thursday's oh so bad. So we're going to keep it fairly simple. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, slide 5 to 7, back to 5. 1 and 2 to the 7th of the E string. 1 and 2 and 5, 3 on the 7th fret. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So we get. Then let's add a classic turnaround, shall we? Then we're going to add a classic turnaround. It's going to sound like this. Very cool. We're going to go 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7. And we're going to make this D7 here, bar the 5th fret, middle finger on 6, move it up, move it up. So you get 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, boom, into the top. So the last 4 measures look like this. So let's put this whole thing together and let's go ahead and sing through it. Now, I'm just singing the blues from the T-Bone Walker song. You can do this with any kind of blues tune or, again, any song. So let's take it from the top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. They call it Stormy Monday, Tuesdays are so bad. Well, they call the stormy Monday. Tuesdays are so bad. Well, Wednesday's worse, and Thursday's also sad. There you go, folks. That it is how you fill up some blank spaces by not just using the scale, but really trying to follow the chord progression by articulating these ideas based on these chords. And there you have it, folks. That is how you use chords to make fills. I hope you dig it. New ukulele every Wednesday and Saturday. Subscribe if you love it. Subscribe if you learned and like it. Think about becoming a Patreon if you love it. It's cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. It starts at $1 a lesson. You can set a cap as low as $1 a month as well. All right. Go ahead and think about becoming that Patreon. And at least if you made it this far, you learned something, which is very cool. I'll catch you on the flip side. Life is good. Happy holidays from 10 thumbs to you and yours. And until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Life is good. See you next Wednesday or Saturday. Guitar on Monday. Take care.